Dum 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 dum. Bam 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 bam. Shooby dooby dooby doo, shooby doo, shooby doo, shooby doo doo doo. Wow wow. Good morning. Today I'd like you to think of the video I sent you last week that had different sounds in it. And you probably at the time thought, why am I listening to this? Why am I watching this video? Well, the sounds I chose for that video were not the real sounds of the video. I will show you the real sounds one when we go back to school. This one had sounds from my soundscape, not from when I recorded the video, but from my daily soundscape. So there are two things I want you to do. Last week I wanted you to identify the sounds, and you did, and I wanted you to watch the video because I like you to create the music for the video. And the way you're going to do it is by thinking that there are slots of images that you need to create the sound for. I did it with soundscape, and that way we looked at soundscape already. When you look at soundscape, you can think of how the sounds are. You can realize that some of the sounds are loud, like a doorbell would be, or they're quiet, like the water gargling at the drain, or that they're high pitch, like the washing machine tends to have a high pitch sound and spinning, or low pitch, like a boiling kettle. There's still like a drone. One is a high pitch one or a low pitch one. And how you can hear the rhythm in some of them. I tend to hear the steps clearly, but then if you hear the cars driving by, zoom, 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 they have their own rhythm, their own patterns. And that's why I've called this music is around us. The sounds are around us, music is around us. You can turn those sounds into music. And that's what I want you to do today. So we're going to turn the sounds into music, but then your job is going to be to go back to the video, and with the very, very short slots of time, some of the slots are 2 seconds, you have to create the music for those slots of the video. So if you remember the video, at the very beginning, I'm just walking down to the pond, and that's only 2 seconds. So what kind of music will you choose? I chose the tick-tock of the clock. So really in 2 seconds you can only fit like 2 tick-tocks because it's 2 seconds. How are you going to turn that into music? So you could do either a singing line, like da da, and then move on to the next one. Maybe you can do a bit longer, da 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 da, and then you're where the accident happens. I dropped off Fina. But you don't need to use the da da, as long as you keep the pulse with the tick-tock. Excuse me. You're fine. You're creating music. You can put lots of sounds in between, and then that happens. You might want to increase the dynamics and get louder. So start quieter when I start walking. And then the accident happened. So you heard the ringing of the bell. You can go help, help, help. And then you move on to the bit where the superheroine is running to help, and then you can create a rhythmic pattern. I've got my guitar here, you can't see, but you can tap a surface and go. Create a rhythmic pattern, your own, and then you can move on to the bit where she shows her superpowers. And what kind of sound will you choose? Will you choose ding-a-ling-a-ling, very mellow, quiet sound, or would you choose something powerful or something that is a sound that you produce? So you might go because the idea is that you turn it into music. You don't just make the noise. So turn it into a rhythmic pattern, whatever you choose. turn it into a rhythmic pattern. Record it and then send it to me. I look forward to watching the video with your sounds in it. You will have the breakdown of the seconds, and you can just send me your recordings. Or maybe you can write down the notes of the sounds that you would do, or the rhythms, how you would do them. Okay?